Lou, can you tell me a bit about what the financial planning process actually looks like for a client?
Yeah, sure. So we work with clients and do things the Oakmere way. So the first thing we would do is have what we call a discovery call with any new client that comes to Oakmere, just to understand a little bit about who they are, explain more about what we do so that we can see whether actually that fit is right from the beginning. If they decide that they want to work with us, then what we would do is we would do what we call a discovery meeting. We'd spend about an hour and a half with clients, really understanding who they are, their family, their lifestyle, their goals, what they want for the future. And then we'll move on to the discovery meeting. Do you want to tell us more about that?
Yeah, why not? So with the discovery meeting, I think this is possibly the most exciting part of the whole process, actually, because this is when we really get to spend some time with our clients and get to understand them, work out what's important to them. We do a lot of listening at this stage, a lot of asking some very good questions. And I always explain to clients that, I'm not just being nosy, we're asking these questions for a reason, because it's really important we understand what's important to them. And also I explain to clients that it's about us perhaps challenging the way they think about things sometimes, because clients will often come to us with some preconceived ideas about things or some beliefs that may not necessarily be accurate. So it's about us having the trust between us and the client that we can challenge some of their thinking. But this discovery meeting typically takes about an hour and a half, and it's really understanding what makes them tick, how they've got to where they are, how they've made the decisions that they've made to date. But then importantly, looking forwards, what do they want out of life going forwards? What matters the most to them? What are they looking to achieve with their life? And it's almost like design your future. And then our job is to go away and see if we can make that happen with what they've got so far. And if they can't, then build a plan to help them achieve it. And that's where we kind of go into the back office situation and do the due diligence, where it may go a little bit quiet for a period of time. It takes time to do that process to make sure we get it right.
How long would that process normally take?
I would say typically between 8 to 12 weeks. It depends on how quickly existing providers will get information back to us, how reactive the client is to any requests we might make from them in terms of asking for additional information, but typically 8 to 12 weeks. And then we kind of move into what we move into then is the follow-up meeting, which is where we again have a face-to-face meeting with the client, and we'll talk through what the plan's looking like so far. So based on what they've currently got, the current position, this is what life's going to look like looking forwards. And also at this point, highlighting things that we can do that will make a difference. So is there anything we've identified that's actually going to improve the situation? Or have we identified any potential risks that's going to derail the client from achieving what they want to achieve? And by the end of that meeting, we'll have some kind of high level solutions in mind that we can take away. And then we move finally into the implementation meeting, which, Lou, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, the implementation meeting is all about sitting down with the client to go through what that plan looks like. And we'll take them through all the paperwork that we need to go through and answer any questions that they've got, because there's always bound to be questions. So we're happy to go through that with them. But that's just the next stage of their journey with Oakmere.
And I think the key point to remember there as well is that's not the end of the journey, that's just the start.
Yeah.
It's very much then about that ongoing relationship and making sure that we meet with a client at least once a year going forwards to make sure that the plan is still doing what we need to do, it's robust and it's ticking all the boxes.
Yeah.